If your knees have started to feel stiff, heavy, or unreliable, many people will say it is simply because of age. Stairs feel harder, getting up from the floor takes longer, and stepping down carefully becomes part of everyday life. But knee discomfort rarely appears all at once. It usually begins with small signs that are easy to ignore. A little stiffness in the morning, a strange pulling sensation when standing up, a habit of reaching for the handrail, or a feeling that the knee does not move as smoothly as it used to. These are often early signals that the environment around the joint is changing. The knee is not only cartilage. It depends on muscles, ligaments, surrounding tissue, circulation, fluid balance, body weight, and inflammation levels. When these begin to shift in the wrong direction, the knee gradually loses comfort and stability. That is why knee health is not just about pain relief. It is about creating a body that is easier for the joint to live in every single day. Many people focus first on painkillers, patches, or temporary relief. Those tools may help when pain is strong, but they are not the same as improving the conditions that make the knee function better. Your knees carry you when you stand, walk, turn, sit down, and rise again. They are working almost all day. A joint that works this often needs support from the whole body, not just emergency relief when discomfort appears. This is where daily habits matter. Food, movement, sleep, weight, balance, and inflammation all shape what your knees experience. Among these, breakfast is one of the most overlooked factors. During the night, the body stays still for many hours. Circulation slows, muscles rest, joints move less, and many people wake up slightly dehydrated and stiff. That is why the first movement in the morning can feel awkward or tight. If the day begins with heavy, salty, greasy, or sugary food, the body often feels heavier and slower. If breakfast is skipped altogether, the muscles around the joint may not get the support they need. But when the day starts with warm, easy, balanced food, the body often moves more comfortably. A simple breakfast may not seem powerful, yet repeated every morning. It can change how the rest of the day feels. One of the easiest foods to build around is a warm bowl of soybean paste soup. For many households, it is familiar, affordable, comforting, and easy to prepare. The real point, however, is not the soup alone, but what goes into it. When knee discomfort is part of daily life, the goal is not to search for a miracle. The goal is to reduce the burden that builds up day after day. That means choosing foods that are easy to continue, easy to digest, and easy to place on the table regularly without stress. A warm soybean paste soup with spinach, seaweed, and perilla seed powder can fit that kind of routine well. Spinach is a practical vegetable for people whose meals have become too simple or too repetitive. Many older adults eat less variety than they realize, especially when moving is uncomfortable and cooking feels tiring. Spinach helps add freshness and balance without making a meal complicated. It works well in soup, softens quickly, and feels gentle rather than harsh. It is best added near the end, so it stays pleasant and does not become overcooked. A small handful is enough. The point is not excess. The point is consistency. Seaweed is another useful ingredient because it pairs naturally with warm soup and creates a soft, easy texture. People with knee discomfort often do not complain only about the joint itself. They also describe heaviness in the legs, swelling later in the day, stiffness after sitting, and a general sense that movement has become less fluid. A warm soup with seaweed can make breakfast feel lighter and more grounding at the same time. Seaweed can be added earlier so it softens well. If seaweed is not preferred, kelp can be used to enrich the broth and create a similar comfort. Then comes perilla seed powder, which changes both the flavor and the feeling of the soup. It adds warmth, softness, and a richer texture that can make breakfast more satisfying without needing a large portion. Many people with knee pain either lose appetite or eat irregularly and then overeat later. A bowl of soup with a spoonful of perilla seed powder can help create steadier morning energy. It is best added near the end rather than boiled for too long, so the flavor stays pleasant and the texture remains smooth. Used together, spinach, seaweed, and perilla seed powder do not create a dramatic cure. What they can do is support a more knee-friendly morning routine. That is an important difference. Knee health usually improves through repeated support, not through one strong intervention. The body responds better to habits that are calm and sustainable than to methods that are extreme and short-lived. Food is only one part of this, though. Even a thoughtful breakfast cannot do everything if the body remains still all day. On the other hand, Too much exercise when the knee is already irritated can also make things worse. What helps most is gentle movement. After breakfast, even a short walk around the house, a few slow sit-to-stand repetitions, ankle circles or light leg stretching can help the body wake up. The goal is not intense exercise. The goal is to help circulation, loosen stiffness, and remind the muscles around the knee to participate. When movement disappears, muscles weaken. When muscles weaken, the knee receives more direct strain. This is especially true for the thigh muscles. Stronger thighs can help the knee handle everyday tasks more comfortably. That is why knee care is never only about the joint itself. It also involves the hips, thighs, calves, and the way the whole body moves together. Weight balance matters too. The knee is very sensitive to changes in body weight. Even a modest increase can make daily movement feel significantly heavier. For that reason, people with knee discomfort often benefit more from reducing overeating, swelling, and erratic meals than from strict dieting. A warm breakfast, a moderate lunch, and an earlier, lighter dinner often serve the body better than skipping meals and then eating heavily at night. Processed snacks, sweet drinks, pastries, and late-night food can all make the body feel heavier the next morning. It is not only about calories. It is also about how the body handles inflammation, sleep quality, and energy. Good sleep is another piece that many people overlook. When sleep is poor, the body spends more time in a stressed and sensitive state. Pain feels sharper, recovery becomes slower, and stiffness in the morning becomes more noticeable. Then the next day begins with fatigue. Less movement, more sitting, and less motivation to prepare balanced meals. That cycle can continue for a long time, unless something changes. A steady sleep schedule, a lighter evening meal, and less late night. Alcohol can all support a more comfortable morning. In that sense, knee pain is not separate from the rest of life. It is connected to the rhythm of the entire day. Many people look for a powerful method when they hurt, but the body often responds most honestly to simple repeated actions. Waking at a similar time, eating something warm in the morning, moving a little after meals, avoiding too much sitting, finishing dinner earlier, and sleeping more regularly. These do not sound dramatic, but they shape tomorrow's joint comfort. A soybean paste soup with spinach, seaweed, and perilla seed powder is useful, not because it is magical, but because it is realistic. It is affordable, familiar, easy to place into family meals, and sustainable over time. That matters more than novelty. The body changes when routines stay long enough to matter. Instead of expecting immediate transformation, it helps to notice smaller shifts, standing up a little more smoothly, feeling less hesitation before stairs, walking a little farther before the knee feels tired, needing the handrail a bit less. These small changes can gradually widen daily life again. And that is the deeper reason knee health matters. When knees hurt, people often shrink their world. They go out less, walk less, meet others less, and become more cautious and discouraged. Protecting knee function is not only about reducing pain. It is about protecting independence. Being able to go to the market, take a bus, visit family, walk outside, and move through the day with less fear. That is why even small changes at the table can be meaningful. There are also moments when food and lifestyle are not enough by themselves. If knee pain suddenly becomes severe, if there is strong swelling, heat, fever, locking, or pain after a fall or injury, proper medical evaluation is important. If one knee becomes much more swollen than the other, or pain wakes you at night, that should not be ignored. Lifestyle supports the foundation, but clear warning signs need direct attention. The same is true for anyone already taking medication. Medicines should not be stopped suddenly without guidance. The wiser approach is to build healthier habits. While monitoring how the body responds over time, balance is more useful than extremes. So what can begin today? Start with a warm breakfast that your body can welcome. Put a bowl of soybean paste soup on the table. Add spinach for freshness, seaweed for softness, and perilla seed powder for warmth and texture. After eating, do not sit for the entire morning. Move a little, even if only for a few minutes. During the day, stand up from time to time if you have been sitting too long. In the evening, eat a bit earlier and allow your body enough rest. These are not dramatic instructions, but repeated gently. They can change the way your knees experience each day. Joints do not transform overnight, yet they do respond to repeated choices. The body listens to what happens every morning, every meal, every walk, and every night of sleep. If your knees have been sending quiet warning signs, This is a good time to listen. Do not wait for life to become smaller before making room for change. A calmer breakfast, a little movement, a steadier routine, and less daily burden can go farther than many people expect. Comfortable walking is not a luxury. It is the foundation of an active and independent life. Today's meal can help shape tomorrow's steps. Start there and keep going gently.